And we are back for the showcase that we have all been waiting for. It is, of course, for Tech Gogeta. Tech Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Gogeta is technically the name of the unit, but I like to call him LR Tech Gogeta, just because, you know, Gogeta's king. Gogeta's better than Vegito. I've said that many times, and I will keep saying that. Gogeta's better than Vegito. Stay mad. I don't care. Anyways, it's time to look at them at the 55% level. No equipment. Mostly level 1 links. We have like just 2 level 2 links right there, which are Fierce Battle and Legendary Power. Don't really think it's going to do too much in terms of like changing how the unit functions, but again, they should be pretty good at this stage, like even at 55%. Like I've had them on my JP account for a bit, and they've been pretty, like not even pretty impressive, but they've been really impressive. Like they've been just like super top tier. So anyways, I'm super excited to see what they can do with the 55% level over on my global account, because of course my JP account's way smaller than my global account. So anyways, let's go ahead, let's hop right in, and let's see what these guys can do at the 55% level. Okay guys, so we finally have Gogeta here on rotation. This is actually not a good spot for us because but I decided to bring this like Gohan and Trunks fusion card. I think his name's like Gohonks or something like that. I think it's, yeah, Gohonks. In hindsight, that probably was not the smartest idea. So I may or may not have really just shot myself in the leg by bringing them, but anyways, so this is going to be the first turn that I have with Gogeta. Again, unfortunately, they started out in slot 3, so that was obviously just the best thing, you know, to ever happen. I love it when units start out in slot 3. We're going to share, I think, 6 out of 7 links here. Yes, we're going to have 6 out of 7 links. The only thing that we're not going to have active is going to be experienced fighters. So we're actually just going to go ahead and see what type of damage they can go ahead and put up. Again, their defense is 107k, and they also raise it on super attack, so that's really powerful. The reason that's really powerful is because, again, they also have 30% damage reduction. So that in conjunction with their over 100k defense, where's my calculator? Here we go. So that in conjunction with their, you know, raising their defense. By the way, 2.8 million is not by any means like crazy amounts of damage, but again, they're at 2.8 million. They're going to be super good defensively. They're not going to be able to get hit really hard, which is, again, in my opinion, the most important aspect about this unit is that they're not going to be able to, you know, be absolutely destroyed, you know, in difficult content, even at 55%. Because again, if we do the math, times 0.3, yeah, that's like, it's like 140k defense with 30% damage reduction at 55% after 1 super attack. And keep in mind, they have additionals built into their passive. Like, they can additional super attack as well. So, again, this unit is going to be really good, especially when it comes to difficult content. Again, I have always said this, but again, the Vegito unit, you know, they're good. You know, by no means are they bad. My main issue with them is at 55%, their defense really isn't that good. Like, they get hit hard. And even at 79%, sometimes their defense is barely like 112k. Which, by the way, a 55% Gogeta is pushing that defensive number. Now, I know, you know, Gogeta has been around for not as much time as Vegito, and Vegito's been around more. But I think that does matter when we're talking about the unit in general. Because again, I do think, overall, this unit is going to be way better than Vegito. Alright, so we're actually able to go ahead and transform here. So I did bring a Rainbow Friend, and of course this is the Time Limit / Connected Hopes team. So again, this is their own team that they're on, so it's a full 170% buff. By the way, the Rainbow at 140k defense. That's really powerful. Alright, so we're actually going to go ahead and transform. Just made it make sure that everything is good. Yep. Boom. Just got to get everything ready. So we can go ahead and play the audio for Goku and Vegeta. There we go, and boom. bada bop boom pow. Alright, so now we have Gogeta out here. Just go ahead and shut that off. So, once Gogeta steps into the field, he is a completely different beast. The reason for that is, again, for the first 5 turns, Gogeta has 30% damage reduction, and he can foresee enemy super attacks. And, once he transforms, he's super effective against all types, he has a 70% chance to crit, and he guaranteed changes orbs to rainbow key spheres. So, again, once Gogeta comes out, he is way, way better. In my opinion, Gogeta, once he transforms for like the first 5 turns, might be the best unit in the game. Just because, again, he's got, what, 122k defense, he raises that on super, he still has damage reduction, and he can foresee enemy super attacks. So, again, he's really damn powerful. He's just really, really good. So if you put him in the middle, he has everything except a Golden Warrior. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. Actually, no, because the Rainbow Friend could end up killing this base Gotenks. So we're actually going to go ahead and do this. So we're going to have, again, I believe it's 5 out of 7 links. Yep. We have him linked up here with STR Gogeta, who, again, still to this day, in my opinion, is still a really, really good unit. Even though, again, he has fallen off for sure, but I still think he's really, really good. And by the way, 3.5 million with a 70% chance to crit, being also super effective against all types, like, that is a much higher attack stat, than he actually put up, because the fact that he crit means that you double that attack stat. So Gogeta did a 7 million attack stat turn 1 at 55%. Turn 1, 55%. And he had damage reduction, and he can foresee enemy super attacks, and he also lowers the attack and defense of the enemy on his 18 key super attack. So, very easily, I guess you're starting to begin to see why I consider Gogeta to be way more superior than Vegito in every single shape, way, or form. So anyways, let's head on over now to the next category team with this Gogeta. Okay, so now we're here on the Movie Heroes category team, of course led by the still, I would say, moderately decent AGL Super Gogeta, or Super Saiyan Gogeta. So again, this is a 150% this is a 150% led team to defense. So again, Gogeta's defense did drop down from 107k to 97k, or basically 98, because it's like 97,900, basically 98k. Again, even then, his defense is going to be, in my opinion, way better than Vegito's, just because, again, that's typically the level of defense you see Vegito at when he is actually on a full 170% led team at 55%. So the fact that this unit is able to match and surpass his defense of Vegito at 55% on a weaker leader skill is very good, because it just adds more to why I'm right and everyone else is wrong about Vegito being better. Gogeta is better. He always will be. No matter what. Yeah, I'm gonna start a war. Besides that, again, Gogeta's a very straightforward unit. There really isn't much that can be said about him. Essentially, what you want to do with him is, depending on your situation, you either want to run him in slot 1 or 2. And when I say depending on your situation, it depends on the person that you're fighting, the event, and everything else. Because again, if you're saying, like, say for example, Super Battle Road, I would say it's smarter to put them in slot 2 than in slot 1. The reason I say that is, unless you have like multiple dupes in the unit, like for example, like say for example you have them rainbowed, because again, a rainbowed Gogeta we saw has like 140k defense. Now that would be a unit I would say you could put in slot 1. Why? Because in slot 1 he's going to be able to tank fairly well with 140k defense and damage reduction. But if you have him at 55% like myself, I typically wouldn't advise that. Because again, even at 55%, even with that damage reduction, they are going to get hit hard. So again, it is better to run, them in slot 2 in that case. But again, if you're able to get this monster out onto the field, like, everything's dead. Like, nothing stands a chance. Everything is dead. Death. Like, death incarnate is what this Gogeta represents. Just like absolute destruction. Alright, so we got a pretty good rotation here. We have everything except Legendary Power, Kamehameha, and Golden Warrior. So we're going to have 4 out of 7 links. Again, his defense is going to look a little bit lower. Again, we saw him at 122k over there on the 170% lead team. We do have this Bojack movie Trunks as support. He is giving, I believe it's 10% to defense. So not a huge buff, but again, it's still at least something. So again, Gogeta is able to force the enemy super attacks. We can go ahead and see that Gohan and Goten will be launching a super attack there. Now, is it the most wisest idea to put AGL Blue Gogeta there? No. But the reason I wanted to do that is just so we can just go ahead and see the beautiful power of my boy Gogeta. So again, 3.3 million, again, really, really good attack stat. He's going to be able to lower the attack of the Gohan and Goten unit. He did, I know he just did a super attack, but I'm not sure if he crit or not. If he crit, then that's like a 6.6 million attack stat, by the way. Because again, for crit, you always double the number. So like for AGL Gogeta right there, he did what, a 2.5 million? You would double that because it's a crit, so he actually did a 5 million attack stat. So that's typically how you do the calculations for like crits and all that. But for being super effective against all types, you just take half and then you add that. Oh, baby. We are absolutely going to go ahead and play that audio. Boom. We are absolutely going to play this active skill. This is still one of the best active skills in the game. Like, no matter what anybody says, this is still, in my opinion, the best active skill in the game. No other active skill, in my opinion, has ever matched the absolute beauty that this active skill has done, because god damn does it look good. Little flick off the wrist, just like, hell yeah, man. That's why Gogeta's the best, man, because Gogeta's the only person who's actually beaten his opponents. That goes out to all you Vegito fans. Oh, I gotta stop. I'm gonna start a war and I'm gonna get clowned on. Anyways, on to the next category team. And we are here on the Super Saiyan team, of course, led by LR Namek Goku. Now, again, I bring the Vegito unit just to do a comparison. And again, keep in mind, my Vegito is 2 dupes. So, again, he has a major advantage over Gogeta. Gogeta's 55%, no dupes. This is a 2-dupe Vegito, and yet he is still somehow able to have less defense than a 55% Gogeta. They have the same damage reduction, yet somehow a 2-dupe Gogeta, or not, 2-dupe Vegito, cannot even match the defense of a 55% Gogeta. Now, I hope this starts to prove my point on why I say Gogeta is better. So there they are at 2.9. Again, this is literally every single link active, because Vegito and Gogeta, they share the same links, every single one. But it astounds me that a 55% unit is kicking the ass of a 79% unit. Now, of course, we didn't get this guy, like, what? I think Gogeta had a 22 key super attack. But, again, like, come on. Like, how are you getting beaten by a freaking 55% unit, Vegito? Like, come on. What's happening, man? Gogeta's better. There's, like, no discussion, in my opinion. No matter what anyone tells me. Show them this. A 2-dupe Vegito still cannot even compare to the majesty of a 55% Gogeta. Yeah. Gogeta's just better. It's as simple as that. There's no debate, in my opinion. It's just Gogeta better. Monkey. Wait, no, not Monkey, because technically we still haven't gotten a fusing Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which would be absolutely dope. That would be freaking awesome. Reject the women, return to Monkey. Alright, now I wish we could fuse with the Vegito unit just to do a comparison, but I'm actually not going to go ahead and transform just because, again, we've seen what Gogeta can do. Actually, you know what? I think I might. Now, I'm not going to play the audio just because, again, if I were to do that... Oh, wait. I've been... You know what? I just realized this. I left the audio on. So the game's audio's been playing. Now, is that a bad thing? No. Honestly, I might leave it. Just because... Why the hell not? But goddamn, I am stupid. Why? How the frick did I not notice that? I'm just gonna lower it down, but like, how the frick did I not notice I left the game audio on? Again, you guys can tell when like, I'm just like, dropping the ball here, man. Okay, so another thing we haven't really talked about is Gogeta's ability to counter physical super attacks. Now, the reason I haven't really touched on that is mainly because it's really rare. Like, the fact that they gave that to Gogeta is just kind of like a little extra bonus to him as a unit. And again, that's one of the main criticisms that people have against, you know, Gogeta, is that, like, you will never see his, like, you know, physical counter or like, physical attack counter. But, again, Gogeta's already so ridiculously powerful and crazy that the fact that he can even counter some forms of super attack is insane to me. Like, they've already made him too good. You know, like, there was no reason for them to add the fact that he can counter physical super attacks into his passive, like, at all. I have no idea why they would even think of adding that to him, but again, I mean, he's just too good, man. Like, there's nothing else I can say about it. He's just already too good. So, you know, the fact that he even has that, like I said, is just like a little extra. It's a little extra cherry on the top for him, essentially, is what that is. It's just another little flex that he has, you know, over Vegito, is that he can counter certain super attacks. Alright, so now we're going to head on over to what... You know what? We're going to head on over to the final team that we're going to showcase Gogeta on, and I'm going to try to actually go ahead and get that animation of him countering a physical super attack. So, anyways... Let's go ahead and let's see what Gogeta can do on the final category team. Okay, so we are here now on the powerful comeback team. This is, of course, the team of LR, Evolution Blue Vegeta. Now, we are in the Dokkan Fest Hit event. Now, Hit actually does an unarmed super attack, which is the very super attack that Gogeta is basically built to counter. So what we're going to try to do here is actually transform on hopefully turn 4. Again, we're going to try to go ahead and get Gogeta to transform. But again, because we got him in slot 1, he's going to have to transform in turn 5. So we're going to try our hardest to probably stall this rotation or the next one in order to, you know, get him to transform at the appropriate time that we need him to transform. Oh shoot, that's not gonna work. Oh shoot. Yeah, so I think we're gonna have to try to stall next turn. Again, trying to force Gogeta to transform at the specific time that we need is really hard. Like, that's probably the hardest thing about showcases, is especially when you're trying to like showcase a very specific part of them, it can get very, very tricky. And again, the fact that Evolution Blue Vegeta is starting to get additionals and just like crit and all that, like that's great and all, but I don't need that right now. Alright, damn it. I think you should be able to stall on this one, because I don't think we should... Yeah, so we're not going to be able to get a super attack off, or we're going to be able to not to get a super attack off, but again, I just need these guys to, like... Okay, so obviously Gogeta was going to get a super attack off. I knew that because he gets, like, 3 key on his super attack, but I just need him to just do that. Okay, well... He's getting additionals. That's not good. Please just stop. Just... This is why I hate... This is why I hate so very much Dokkan events. This is why I hate them. Ah, good Christ. Now, please, for the love of God. This is good. Okay, the fact that hit is gonna go ahead and... That did a lot more damage than I thought I was gonna do, but at least we're only gonna be able to get one super attack in. That is amazing. Now, please, don't additional. For the love of Christ. Stop. My God, I hate this game. This game is so bad. Why? I have no words, man. No words. None whatsoever. And he locked... Okay. Well, there's no even real point of me even trying at this point, man. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get this off. So might as well finish it off with Namekoku's active skill, because there's legit no way in hell I'm going to be able to get this super attack counter to showcase, but at least we're going to be able to get, you know, Namekoku's active skill off, which is, again, honestly, probably the second best in the game. Like, God damn it, dude. I tried so hard. And I'm still not able to do it. But you know what? I'm not going to give up. We're going to come back into this event with a different team, and we're going to try it again. So, I'm going to cut right here, and then I'm going to cut to the exact time in which we actually are able to have the rotation set up properly, and we can go ahead and see the super attack counter. Finally, we were able to get this rotation set up. Now, this is what I would consider to be the perfect rotation. Alright, so I'm a little concerned here. Number one, we have Super Gogeta, who could very easily completely demolish this. And then we also have, of course, LR Tech Gogeta. Now, I'm praying that hit somehow survives. I'm praying. But I don't think he is. Yeah. Unless Gogeta just does not crit. Just be really unlucky, like you were in the Infinite Dragon Ball history. Okay, well, I tried. I'm not gonna try it again. This is I've done already several attempts, and he just does not want to. What we're gonna do now is obviously go over to the breakdown portion of the video. So I'll see you all over there. All right, so we are here in the breakdown portion of the video. Again, the breakdown portions are going to be very simple. I've already talked about this extensively, but again, Goku and Vegeta are better than Vegito. It's as simple as that. Again, their defense and their base is way better. They do a lot more in their base. They have a 50% chance to create Rainbow Key Spheres. They have, you know, a 30% chance additional built into them. So again, they're just a lot better than Vegito. Again, I really don't see the argument for Vegito other than he can counter. But again, like, if we're going to talk about that, well, then Gogeta has a 70% chance to crit. He's got actual damage reduction for like 5 turns. He can also force the enemy super attacks for 5 turns. He can nullify, you know, physical, or I guess it's called like, yeah, physical super attacks, which again, a lot of people are like, you know, you never really get to see that, but that's because Gogeta kills everything in sight. So also he lowers attack on his 18 key, which is again good for Super Battle Road. So again, no matter what anyone tries to tell me, Gogeta is still going to be better. He's always going to be better. He is better. So, again, there really isn't, you know, really anything I have to say other than, again, Gogeta still remains king. He's still the best. He will remain to be the best until probably, like, we get, like, a transforming Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Then maybe, just maybe, Gogeta's throne may be challenged. But until then, Gogeta's going to be on top, and he's going to remain the best. So, anyways, that is going to do it for today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.